Okay, here's our crash course in DrawPlus X8. Now you can, if you've been working on some stuff, it'll keep some history here for you for like some, you can get to it pretty quickly. But we're going to do a new drawing. You pick any one of these shapes, doesn't really matter. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to page setup. And I like to work in pixels. So we're just going to make this 500 by 500. A nice square box. It's not very big resolution, okay? So you can make it 1000 by 1000 or 2000 by 2000. That's entirely up to you. And what are we going to do? Let's import some pictures, right? So we go over here, insert picture. And let's have a look at what we're going to do. Let's say we're going to do some roofing. We're going to do some roofing, right? So we're going to make some pictures for roofing. So I'm going to pick this. I'm going to pick this roof here. Now you can resize the image anywhere you want. Okay, you can just grab it with your mouse, make it as big as you want. You can distort it if you want. Okay, and if you want to spring it back into shape, just press the shift key. Oops. Just press the shift key and it should go. There you go. We'll go back into shape. So you can do what, you know. The thing I like about this is just really quick to move stuff around. Now over here to the right, you've got your centering. Okay. So wherever you want to position it, if you wanted to make it more accurate, you can. So let's just put this one in the middle. And we can do shapes as well. So we go over here, you'll see that there's shapes. So you can pick circles if you want. You can create squares if you want. Okay. Go over to the right again. You can fill them in with any color that you like. So as you can see, this thing is really, really quick to use. That's what I like about it. You can do virtually whatever you want really fast. Now we're going to get some more images. So I'll click on that. And this time we're going to get, I like the look of that. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. So you can just use this as your whole canvas, right? You can just sit things to the side and you can drag them whenever you need them. Now what else do we want to put in here? Let's say we want to get some logos. How about some logos? Let's click on this file here. Got any logos in here? Here we go. So I'm going to use that. So there's a logo. So there you go. Look how quick that is. So I can whack that up here. And I can center it using the tool. There you go. And what else can we do? Right. So let's say we want to put some text in, and I want to make a rectangle. Right. So I'm going to make a rectangle. I'm going to click up here because I don't like that outline. I'm going to get rid of the outline. Right. See that? Get rid of it. Now I'm going to put some color. Now the color that I want in here, I want the color to be similar to this. Okay. So how do I do that? Well, I go on the color picker. I go to color picker, and so I'll go there. Right. Okay, so I've got to, here we go. I want to get this color here. Why it's not working at the moment. It's really weird. Here we go. It was working then. I think because I'm doing the screen recording, there's something weird going on. Anyway, you'll get the color picker working because I've got this screen recording thing happening. It's there's something buggy going on with it. But you can pick any color that you want on the screen, and it will change that box, and then you can just put the color in, and then you'll get the color that you want in here. But I can still change this manually. So I'll go try and get something close using my color picker up here. Okay. I'll get something close. So I'll say, yep, that looks pretty good. I can resize it anywhere I want. Yep. And I now want to put this over here, and I want that to stand out a little bit. So I'm going to make that white. Okay, I'm just going to put that here. Now, also, if I want to make these images overlap or go underneath, you press Control Shift, and then on your keyboard, you've got your up, down, left, right buttons. You just press up, down, and you can actually shift the layer. Okay, you can hide layers behind each other just by pressing Control Shift and up, down, right? So you can overlap. And what I want to do with this, I think that white's too bright, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the opacity on it by using the opacity button. Watch this. There you go, look at that. See? I can just look at that and I go, yeah, that looks pretty good. But you know what? I don't like the border, so I'm going to change the border and I'll make it match this orange up here. Right. Oh, there you go, look at that. Oh, how quick was that? Pretty quick. But now I want to put some details in the bottom. I want to write something. So I go over to the text tool and I can make the letter any size I want. And I can type in roofing call now on, say, 02 911 2 3 4 5. Now I can highlight all that just by clicking on it, and I want to change the font. Okay, so I can select all these fonts up here. You know, which one do I want? Do I want that one? I can scroll up and down. Does that one look good? Does this one look good? Do you like this one? What about this one? Okay. So there's heaps of stuff you can pick. I usually try and keep within the theme of the logo if I can. So this one's Arial black, let's say. And I want to change the color as well. So I go straight, pick the correct tile, and I want to make it that color. That's done. I'll go back to my arrow up here, right, so I can maneuver it. And then I can just resize that and fit it in. Now, sometimes this gap's a bit too big, so what I usually do is, here's another good thing with this tool, I right click the cell and I copy, and then I right click and I paste, and now I've just duplicated it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this part, and on here I'm going to get rid of that part, and then I'm going to pop this back in there to make it look good. You can also group by holding over. Like you can group these two, or you can click on them individually. You can actually group them and lock them in so that they stick together. And you can also align them better. It's just a matter of really playing around with the tool and familiarizing yourself with its capabilities. So I'm going to see how that's fallen underneath that layer. So Control Shift and arrow up. See that? I've popped it up. I can hide it. I can bring it forward just by Control Shift. So even this one here, I can Control Shift and bring it to the top. Yeah. Or this one, I can bring it to the top. I can change all the layers. So you can, you can write in whatever you want in here. Obviously, for GMBs, you've got to put the name, address, phone number in there. Now, that was pretty quick, right? So here's a good thing about this now, right? So once you've made a template up and you're happy with the design, you can then save it, right? Up here. So now I can save this as, let's say, I'll go to, so much stuff open here. So let's go back to our roofing. Right, so we go back to our roofing, right? So you see here, I've got these saved. It's got these little logos. So I'm now going to save that as, whatever, social template for roofing, Gold Coast. Okay. So now you've basically just created a template that you can keep using all the time. And you can save multiple ones to save you time. So now you say, right, I need to make some more posts with some GMBs. I can just get rid of that image. Okay. I'll put it over there. I'll hop back into the file. I'll look for it. Go, I like this image here. I'll use this one. Okay. And I'll just pop that in. Now it's over the top. So Control Shift, arrow down, arrow down, arrow down, arrow down. Look at that. Done. I've just made another one. So you can literally it literally takes seconds to continually create these new images. And now I can pull that one aside, right? And I can go, right, what else can I use here? Hey, I like this one. I'll use this one next, right? I'm going to center it. Control Shift, get it underneath. Look at that. Bang, I've just made another one. So this is so much quicker than Crello or, all that stuff. It just blows it out of the water. Now, how does this look as a picture once it's done? You go to File. We go to Export. Export picture as. It'll come up with a lot of options, right? So you want to make this as high resolution as you can. So I usually go to 300. And I select JPEG, okay? And you'll see the file size now is only 647 kilobytes. Now that's still too big for a website, but it's perfectly fine for social media. It's not a problem, okay? We don't care how big the file is. It's only when we're actually doing images for websites and we need speed and performance in loading. That's a different story. That's when we start getting into the Photoshop story. But for now, that's all you have to do, okay? So just go 300 DPI, select JPEG, forget about everything else on here. Then we're going to export, and we're going to put it back into our roofing site. Where are we? Okay, so we're going to put this here, Roof Repairs Gold Coast. So you can have a social media file here if you want. So you can keep everything organized, but we're just going to call this social media, one, something like that, right? Now, let's go and have a look and see what it looks like. We'll go website, and roofing, Gold Coast. So social media one is what we want, yeah? Let's have a look how it looks. There you go. Doesn't that look great? There's a beautiful template to post on social media. It's that easy. And remember too, you can create unlimited templates. All you have to do is save the file as a DrawPlus file, and you can create as many templates as you want, okay? Just drop and drag. It's literally that simple. That's why I love this program. There is nothing in the world that compares to this program that's over 10 years old. Hardly anybody knows about it or uses it, but it is so quick. Nothing can compare to it. It really is that good. Now, if you want to get rid of images, you just click on it and press delete. Click on it, press delete. Yep, click on it, delete, delete. Now remember, right click if you want to copy something, right click paste, and you can make multiple. You can just keep making more and more and more, right? Like, oh, sorry, here we go. Right click, paste. Oh, there's another one. It's so easy to use. I love it. So have a play around with it. There's hardly any tutorials on the internet for this, but like there's so much you can do. Like you've got transparency buttons here, for instance, where you can you know make some of the images transparent at different angles, right? Uh, you can do all sorts of magical stuff with this thing. It's crazy, it really is. It's probably um, one of my favorite tools of all time. Is this? So let me know if you've got any questions. Like I said, there's lots of stuff here. You've got things where you can flip, you can rotate, you can undo mistakes up here. You can do cutouts. Like, let's say I've got it's hard to, actually I don't really have anything here I can use, but you can crop things. Like, see if I grab this here, it's got Cutout Studio. So if you really needed to, you can crop all these things. Probably actually better off using Corella or something if you want to do it quicker. It's not the best at cropping, but it can virtually do all sorts of things. You've got like a special FX feature. So if I want to go, say, this circle here, and I want to do some special things to it, I can add drop shadows to it. Change the direction of the drop shadows. Um, change the opacity. There's all sorts of stuff you can do with this. You can bevel it, emboss it. It's just very, 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 very easy to use. So best thing to do is play around with it, familiarize yourself. I've just gone through the basic stuff, which is really all you need to know. Don't really need to get any more technical, and just keep making templates up for yourself, right? So if you wanted to do a YouTube banner, for instance, um, you go to the page setup, just look up YouTube, optimize YouTube banner. Let's just say it's, I don't know, say 1920 by 600. Now you can make yourself a YouTube banner. So you can virtually make anything, any shape, any size you want. You can make patterns. You can make triangles, and there's all sorts of stuff you can do, right? Um, so yeah, just have a play around with it, familiarize yourself with it. There's stuff on here that I really don't even know how to use. I just use all the basic stuff, and it gets the job done. You know. So yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know.